It is June 1st, 2023, and this is the trade recap for the day using ICT Concepts, Episode 6. Excuse me. So here we have the chart with the daily time frame, and we have our models playing out a little bit. So we were pretty spot on with the first candle and the second candle. If you move it, you can kind of see the wick is right inside of that box we drew. Oops. And then the third candle, obviously wicking inside of that box as well. So I'm expecting us to push into this box by tomorrow. And we're finishing off the week with, a bit of news at 8:30, but nothing at 10, which is actually good because that'll transition well into New York Open. So nothing I need to wait for. But yeah, today was a pretty straightforward trading day. We just, tap right into this hourly fair value gap one more time, and then I'm just waiting here, expecting a reaction. So I'm not looking for shorts or anything like that. I'm just patiently waiting for my setup. So one trade today, but really nice trade, and it was done for the day rather quickly. So here we go. Yeah, so here we have the swing low that's made at 950. Here we're just clearing out a little bit of sell side and then keeping this parent sell side or swing low intact. And I'm following my daily bias, so if I'm bullish on the daily bias, then I'm going to be bullish on uh, every other like lower time frame. So 1 hour I'm going to be bullish, 5 minute, 1 minute, same thing. So on the 1 minute, let's take a look at the 1 minute first. I was waiting for a reversal. Not waiting, I was anticipating a reversal. Here we have a swing low made, and I'm waiting for displacement above this high. We get that with the fair value gap, and this is a very nice IOFED entry. That would have been, a really nice trade, but I did miss it because I was waiting for further confluences, and there wasn't an entry that I could grab, and I didn't want to chase price. But there was a video that I saw. I'm not sure who did it, but I know it was on ICT Concepts, and basically waiting for price to come back into a discount, and entering off of an OTE, so an optimal trade entry. And I went back to the 5 minute, and luckily we did have that. Entry, so I just kind of marked the 5 minute fair value gap out. So I'm gonna change the color, darker. Okay, so we tapped into it very nicely. I'm gonna use the fib to show the. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that right there. So we tap into a discount, and then almost hitting that 0.6 area, which I like to see for an optimal trade entry. Otherwise, anything lower is not as bullish as I would like. So as soon as price came into this area, I knew I needed to take entry within that area if I was going to be looking for a catch on this long. So right here, you could go long with this fair value gap with decent entries as well. Sorry, I have allergies acting up right now. But yeah, you could go long here in this fair value gap because you get another displacement, and you just have to trust that the overall market structure is bullish, and that's where price wants to go. Just a sec. So, excuse me, sorry. So once you get this displacement, people are looking to short here, but I was on the call with one of my friends, and he was looking to short this because he thought this was an ICT 2022 model, but there's nothing about this is like screaming a short, because you've made this swing low here on the higher time frames, and you're not gonna displace below like a swing high that's made on the higher time frame just because it looks like a short on the 1 minute. You're gonna respect this fair value gap and expect price to repel off of it back to the upside, respecting this market structure shift. In this case, it's a break of structure because it's broken on the higher time frames as well. So that's what I was watching for, and I got a really nice entry. Arguably an even better entry than the first fair value gap. But if you took both, that's an amazing day for you. And then I held it up until, I believe, until these relative equal highs were taken out, somewhere along those, and then price obviously kept going, and then the PM session was a bit of a, you could have shorted in the PM session where it's just looking to take out the sell stops, uh, but yeah, like the entry would have been like here, right? So here would have been a more valid market structure shift in order to take out sell stops if you wanted to go short on this day. But overall, bullish sentiment is what I was expecting. So I didn't take this because I was already off the charts for the day, but you could see a market maker like buy model playing out, or sorry, sell model with your, your areas of consolidation, accumulation, expansion, and then like distribution, and then things like that, and then with the smart money reversal. So that would have been a decent short as well. But yeah, back on the daily, we're gonna take a look here. I'm expecting for bullish prices tomorrow to finish off the week strong. Once we trade back up into this volume imbalance on the weekly time frame, I'm not exactly sure where price is gonna want to go. After this, I think the next couple days are gonna be confusing for a lot of people, just because after, let's just go on the weekly here. If we can trade up and fill into that, we don't know if we're going to displace or if we're going to go for, this volume imbalance up here, which is like very bullish, and, just continue this market structure like overall. But, news about the depth ceilings being removed, things like that is something to, like, just be aware of, I think. Obviously, trading ICT doesn't really matter, but, you know, it's just good to be aware. But that's gonna be it for the trade recap. I guess I'll just update you guys on the options. I'm still waiting for Webull to be updated, but I am also going to be taking Robinhood and working with Robinhood for a little bit and seeing how that goes. Just because I think their platform looks like really clean, and I know they're going to be doing futures in the near future. And so yeah, I took calls with the trade that I just recapped, and ended up profiting about 41% of the account, which sounds great, but it's a relatively small account, so I'm able to risk a little bit more initially. But I will most likely keep you guys updated on that as well, because I do have a few viewers who are into options, so I'm just trying to cater to futures and options as well. But that's going to be it for this video. I'm low-key excited for tomorrow's price action.